Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is D's Nuts at you, coming at you here. Um, I'm gonna give you an up close of how this works. These alternator, this dual bracket that we're making. Um, this is not the completed deal. This is gonna be took back off the car and it'll be made as one piece. And I'll show you all that later. This will be done more towards the fall. Right now, this is just I'm going through all the headaches. If there hasn't been any, I'll just tell you that right now. There hasn't been any so far. But if there are any, I'm going to be the headache person and the guinea pig for everybody else. Because, like I said, always in the beginning of doing this car, I was told you couldn't do this. And I was like, bullshit, I can do anything. So, this is two JNS 250 alternators. I chose the 250s because this car idles low. It idles around 800 RPM. And most audio guys know that these will make more power at idle than the bigger stuff. Just how it works. I'm not trying to sit there and rev the car to the moon to tear an engine up to do a damn demo. So how this works, and you're going to look at this and go, oh, I can do that. Well, there's a hell of a lot more to it than just bolting pulleys on. I can assure you, this has taken over a year to do this. It didn't take that long to actually do it. It just took that long to get the car in there and for my guy to have time. He's a busy dude. He does a lot of custom fabrication, and he makes things right. So this is the factory plug. This is a 6-pin harness. There's nothing cut here. This is just pulled up and attached. Okay, the second alternator is not running. There's no sense cord to it because that's an externally regulated alternator. I had got this from Ryan and Chris at the show at Ruckus and Chill last fall, and we had planned to do this then. That's how long this has took. But I've already ordered another one just like that one, so I'll have 3, and I'm gonna send this one off back to them and let this one be changed to external regulation. You can run whatever kind of regulator you want, but I had already bought a brand X, and I think JNS uses, they got some too. They got their own, but I didn't know at the time, so I went ahead and got the other one, and I haven't heard anything bad. I'll tell you the truth, I haven't heard anything bad out of the brand X regulator. I can't say the same for the alternators. I run JNS. That's what I'm going to run, and this kit will be sold through JNS. It won't be sold through anybody else. But what we did here is, I don't understand why nobody could think about this. I actually laughed when I was told this couldn't be done. I just laughed like hell. I said, man, you got to be shit. And they's like, no, man, they can't nobody run 2 alternators on a Scion XB. I was like, shit, I can get 3 in here. Well, you can put 3 in here. You would have to take this one and move it over, and then you put the other one here, but you would have to move one of your AC lines, this one. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make this a bolt-on kit that you could bolt on in 30 minutes or less. No shit, 30 minutes or less, you can do this. Bolt it on, cut none of your wires, except if you're going to run external regulation, which you'd have to do that anyway. And you know, we would take this plug out of this one. We wouldn't use all that. So they are both connected. They're both running, but it's not working. It's not actually being used. It's just spinning the outside pulley. No, that's not a poot. That's my hand on that. So I run 2-aught EB flex wire. I've told you what kind of wire to run. You run whatever you want to run, but you need to be running some good shit. This is EB flex 2-aught. I run 2 runs of that. And then it comes over here and blah, 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 and all that mess. I'll end up running probably a 16-volt AGM here, because this is only 14 volts right now. Or I'll do a dummy plate right here and take the battery out, do a deletion. Not sure yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet there. I might just run a 16-volt battery and say fuck it. But this is a cog drive. This is a cog belt, and I'll show you the belt. You see they're not tight. Cog belts don't have to be tight. If you got a cog belt too tight, it's gonna break. Okay? And this belt, you're gonna shit when you see how little it is. And what I'm trying to tell everybody the reason I did this is I have been to shows. This ain't my first pony ride. I've told you guys this 100 times. But it seems to me people don't believe shit till I actually show them. And this car is going to be badass. You just watch. That's all I'm going to tell you. But I have to prove everything. So I'm wanting you guys to believe what I tell you. When I tell you something, listen to what I'm telling you. I'm not trying to tell you to brag. I'm telling you so you'll fucking listen. And stop listening to these people that claim to know everything that don't know shit. That's the facts of it. And I'm talking about them dudes on the West Coast that's dumber than a bunch of box of rocks. Dumb as shit. God damn, they can't even vote straight. They're just dumb people. I'm going to tell it like it is. I do. I don't care. I don't give a fuck if I see them tomorrow. That don't make it. They're not going to whoop my ass. But here we go. If you notice down here, you see that's the original JNS pulley on the front of that alternator. That alternator is kicked back. It's kicked back that way. The front pulley is put, this is why I say it takes more to this than just bolting pulleys on. There ain't no shaft that long on an alternator. It's not going to be that long. You see how short that is? It's not sticking out this long, right? So you have to make parts to make this work. So if you look down in there, that's the original belt right there that ran the small. It's actually not the original belt. It's one size smaller. It's not slipping, but I'm thinking about going a size smaller than that. I've already bought that belt, and I'll let JNS know if I need to, but right now it doesn't slip at all. And you see the cog pulleys right there. It's hard to zoom in, but see, that's a cog drive. This is a bracket, one-piece bracket. All right. And then you got a heim joint right there. All this is built onto the car, y'all, with this bracketry that's been made. This will all be one piece. And all you got to do is just bolt that on and bolt this on. All right, so if you look, the alternators are not in line with each other as far as back to back. They're in line front to front, see? Now he's also thought about, there's only certain size cog belts, pulleys that you can run so wide. But we have the option to run up to, just say that wide, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches. That's not even, that's like 20 millimeters or something. We can go wider, but right now we're trying to keep it as small as possible, just to have everything where you can reach it, work on your car, whatever. There's plenty of room to add a wider belt. So I'm testing all this at my pocketbook expense to so everybody else don't have to do this, where you can just buy a kit online. You can buy it from J&S when we're done with it. It'll have an instruction booklet, step by step, how to do it, where to put the alternators, how to mount them up, all that shit, what belts you need, where you don't have to guess how to put it on and somebody just sends you a bunch of parts. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to do this the right way. That's why I'm not rushing it. And right now my fabricator, he's behind to this fall, so I can't get nothing done for you anyway till in the fall. But once we get to where I can take this one off, this is the guinea pig one. When I take this one off, everybody else's will be machined based off this car. This is the first and only Scion XB that I know of in the world with 2 alternators on it. Show me another one. Do your homework. Show me a Scion XB, a 2012 with 2 alternators on it. Just show me. Right now. You're not going to find it. There's no such thing. This is it. This is the one. So everybody was making fun of my ass all in the beginning. That's why I just sat back and laughed at you and deleted all the dumbasses. I'm gonna keep the people that know that I know what I'm talking about. The other ones I don't give a fuck. They can hit the road jack and don't come back. I don't care. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to show you. If I make friends along the way, that's great. Hell yeah, I got a lot of friends in the audio business. That's awesome. I want to keep those relationships. But for new people, I don't give a shit, man. It doesn't matter to me. We're going to go down there and represent and show people how to do shit on a budget. This is on a budget. So that's how it's done. You'll just see it step back. There's double heim joints. You see the other heim joint? That's what puts the pressure on the belt. Now, I'm gonna walk around here and you're gonna get to see this wiring nightmare. And it's bad. Like I said, I just threw this in here so I'd have something to play, to put a load on it. I wanna show you the size of that belt. That's it. Now, do you want to run a 10-foot serpentine belt or you want to run this belt? Let's measure this. Let's make fun of everybody. I told you I was going to make fun of these morons. Hey, everybody that made fun of my ass, I said, I'm going to have fun with your ass when I get done with this shit. I'm going to make fun of your ass. So here we go. Y'all want to see how big this belt is? I'm going to measure it out for you. Just to give you an idea. Circumference of that belt is 7 inches. So if you stretch it out from there to there, I'm just going to try to squeeze it together the best I can and give you a measurement. You just got to believe me. Let's see. Well, I'll do it off this one. I'll do it off the car. So from outside pulley to there is 10 inches. That's a 10-inch belt, pretty much. And look how, let's look how wide it is. Now you're gonna see why I've been making fun of people and don't give a shit. Guys, I've done this longer than most people's been living. So here we go. What? Half inch? That's a 1/2 inch wide belt. Now, when you out to show, do you want to wrap in your belt breaks? Do you want to have to go through all that bullshit and wrap it around tensioners and loosen tensioners up and all that garbage? Or do you want to just loosen a jam nut? You want to loosen a jam nut and put that on. And it does not have to be tight. Well, we got some screaming youngins in this neighborhood. They ain't mine, I can tell you that. All right, but anyway, that's a 10-inch long belt. I mean, overall from end to end. Total length is going to be longer than that, but that's tiny. And you just put these in your car, man. If you broke one, put it on. But I haven't had a problem. I've drove this car probably 150 miles, revving the shit out of it, taking off fast, stopping quick. And I want you to know that these alternators from the factory have a one-way clutch system. These alternators do not have a clutch system in them. So, I don't know why they do that. I think they do that in case they were to take something knock off, it would not tear the pulley up. But no alternators are coming with clutch systems on the front. Not now. These are just a pulley bolted on, not with just a nut. You got to have a way to keep the other pulley on. Your bottom pulley or your bottom alternator drives this one. All right, let me explain some math to you, because we got some dumb people that said this the other day. I showed this to some guys. They're like, well, man, you put a bigger pulley on there, you changed the speed of the alternator. And this is where the engineering part comes into play, and I'm like, you fucking idiot. I call people fucking idiots to their face. I really do. No shit. I think by now, you know, if I'm telling the town hall man to get the fuck out of my yard, you don't think I'm gonna tell somebody to fuck off in my face that I don't know? Trust me, I will. So what I did is I said, man, get the fuck out of here. This is a 1-to-1 pulley. So if that pulley's the same size as that pulley down there, on the outside, it's going to drive the same speed as the inside pulley. The inside pulley is spinning at the speed that the alternators need to spin at. Get it? Is that clear? Am I making myself clear? I'm trying not to be a dick, man, but you wouldn't believe the damn bullshit talking that I have heard behind the scenes about this deal. I've heard it all. You would not believe the people talk. So at the end of the day, the smaller serpentine belt turns this one from the outside pulleys, which are the same size, which guess what? It's 1-to-1. They're going to spin just as fast as the small pulley. This ain't a 10-speed fucking bicycle with 2 different gears on it. So there, we got that out of the way. And I keep that right there in case I have a problem, but I haven't had any problem. This car has been wired. There's all the wire here. There's wire there. There's wire there. All the roof's done. Everything's done in here. It's just got to be, there's the 2 skid banks right there. And that's running on 1 duct sauce at 14 volts. You want to see what the voltage is? Watch. I ride this car down the road and test with it. That's all I do with it. There you go. That's the voltage right now. It's got a... I do things simple. That fan just blows right there. This side of the amp does not get hot. None of them do. None of your amps where the power's coming in is going to be hot. It's going to be hot right here where the RCAs are at. I don't know why the fuck everybody's blowing air down there. It don't do a goddamn thing. It don't. I hate to tell you. Put your hand on your shit anytime you want to. Put it on the damn power side and it ain't going to be hot. This motherfucker down here is going to be cooking. So that fan is blowing right there. And all I do is, this is one's hooked to the battery on a set of gator clips. I make this easy for you. You see that? So if I ride down the road and I reach back and touch that and it's hot, I just take that and clamp it on. This is just for testing. This is not for the way it's going to be permanently. So that's how it cools itself, with that fan right there. It blows a lot of air. All I'm running is 2 of these Tympanos and 2 of those Neo Tympanos, and I'm gonna have 10 of those and 10 of these Tympanos, I think is what I got. What you heard today is just that shit on a little tiny ass Harmony 400 watt amp. Guys, this thing's gonna have 3,000 watts on these fucking things. It's gonna get loud. And look, running those shitty CT Sounds bass knob. I told you, you don't have to do all this craziness everybody's doing. It's not necessary. No, and I'm not building doors either. Nope, that ain't happening. Let's get to the back and I'm gonna show you what's in here now that this is just testing with. Right there. fried rice 12s. There's 2 of them in here. And this box is strapped down. And told you this box was made by Concept Enclosures. And it's a badass box. For just, if you want something for a daily driver that's built good, you can't beat the price what he's charging. This is what I would go with. If you want a customized box, he's going to charge you more money. This was actually custom just as far as the what frequency we're running it at, because I had him set it up for 36 hertz, not 32. This was set for 36. And the reason being is because I was running Harmony subs and these subs, and their frequency range was in the middle of those 2 numbers. So I kind of evened it out. But this car's all done, guys. I don't know what to tell you. It's all foamed up. All the floor's done. All the roof's done. This is all done. Even though this is going to be covered in 3 layers of birch, it's done right. This is all vibraflexed, all that. All this is seamed. This is 3 layers up here. 3 layers on the roof with silas on top of that. Try to keep the smell down. And here's all the wires. Right there's piles of wire. These are down for sound RCAs. I got the cock box and stuff in there. Keep you a fire extinguisher. All the wires running through. This is called Smurf pipe. Right there. That's where all the wires run through. Or under the car. So I thought I would show you what it looks like, what the scoop is. It's nothing special. This is, I mean, look at this wire nightmare. But I want to be truthful with you. I want to show you. I was looking for that the other day. I want to show you that's all that's in this car. It's nothing special. But when it's done, it will be. It's put together right. This is all glued. There's the drift things I told you. Those things are awesome for making the car smell good. But I want to be real with you, man. I want to show you guys and girls. It doesn't take $1 million to do this. All the floor's done. All the firewall's done. All that's done up in there. All of it. It's up there. I promise you. The tunnel, everything. It's all vibraflex. See all that up there? That's 3 layers up there. And that's PL3000, which I didn't like, but I'm going to do something. I mean, that's what I use, but I won't use it again. I'm going to use the Kraken. And there's wire for more amps under the seat. This is just for testing, and when we get done with it, you'll understand why it's took so long. Here's my handicap thing. But no, I'm not doing doors and shit. I see too many of them falling off all the time. No, I'm not doing that. And because you know why? The door's not made to support no extra weight. It's made to support this. It's not made to support that. If I do doors, I'm gonna make them totally steel and just get rid of every damn thing. I'm not putting no wood anything. It's just not worth it. I see them all falling apart. I don't want to go through that. I've been through that before. Thought I would share this with you. This is as close as it's going to get to teaching you how to do this. This is way more difficult than it looks as far as making this and putting this stuff together. You got to know what you're doing here. Once we get the kit done, we'll be able to do this for a lot of different vehicles. We'll be able to do them for the Tahoes, the Suburbans, the school buses, whatever you want to run. All that big stuff that you want to put all that money into, that's what we're going to do. I just don't think you need it. That little thing right there with the right shit is going to be plenty loud enough for anybody. I don't understand it, but if you want to do a van and all that shit, do it. Look, the damn hood rod even goes over top like it's supposed to. See? And there your hood shut. You guys take care. Have a good day, man. I'm going to go back in here in the house, but I thought I'd share that with you. And that's as being as upfront and honest with you as anybody. I don't have to show you none of that shit, but I'm showing it to you so you'll know. And yeah, these outrun Hellcats all day. I'm tired of hearing about Hellcats too. You guys have a good day. See you.